Hey, you look like you need to know a secret. A secret of getting an 8-pack. And with one weird tip, I can show you how. Oh yeah, and just 12 payments of $99.95. But that's no problem. Grab your credit card and let's get started. Most people want to build abs for that super mutant physique. But what are all the muscles of the abdominals and the functions behind them? In this episode, we're going to be covering the top 5 exercises to help build those adamantium abs. What are we waiting for? Let's do it! Pull out the credit cards. And let me start taking your money.
Come join us now for a look into functional strength with buff dudes from a time long ago. Although used to aid in core stability, abs can also be used as a tool to attract a female mate. Caution must be advised, as jealousy amongst tribesmen can arise.
There are seen and unseen muscles which make up the abdomen. Let's cover the ones which are seen first. Rectus abdominis is the muscle group everyone knows as the six-pack. But what are its major functions in the body? Originating at the pubic bone and inserting at the sternum. The main function of the abs is to flex the spine. This muscle also compresses the abdomen. This is what you do when you brace for a punch to the stomach. External obliques. Originating at the ribs and inserting at the hip. The obliques, similar to the abs, will pull the chest downwards to compress the abdominal cavity. Also rotates the trunk and laterally flexes the spine. There are also the unseen muscles such as transverse abdominis and internal obliques. But who gives a shit about them? You can't even see them. You're still here? Fine, I'll tell you what they do. Internal obliques, originating at the ribs and inserting at the hip. There are 2 main functions. Firstly, external obliques will be used as an accessory muscle of respiration by acting as an antagonist to the diaphragm. Secondly, it will rotate and side bend the trunk. Transverse abdominis, also known as the corset muscle. Providing thoracic and pelvic stability, this muscle is essential to core strength.
Remember, there's more to the abs than just the surface layer. I will now show you the inner workings.
Ah yes, the abs, from the Latin word musculus rectus abdominis, built in the gymnasium and shown in the Grecian mess halls. Now let's get to building those abs.
X-Dudes, it's time to roll out. With this exercise, the Barbell Ab Rollout. What's great about this is it's not only working those adamantium abs, but it's also working the lower back too, for that complete core activation. Go ahead and start on your knees, just about hip width apart. You're gonna be grabbing that barbell, overhand grip, just about shoulder width. And then you're gonna be pushing your body out, keeping that trunk nice and rigid. The upper body is going to be right in line with the lower body. Once you reach that parallel position, getting that nice stretch in the ab, then you're going to lift it to the top position. And there's 1 rep. Make sure you keep that core tight throughout this full motion. The next exercise on our list is gonna be planks. An excellent core stability exercise for all
What are you doing here?
What the fudge? Professor said I could do an explanation, Logan.
Well, Professor X isn't here, so fuck off.
Professor said I could do an exercise too.
I said fuck off, Scott!
All right, now that that little punk's out of here, we can explain the planks. What you want to do is get in the push-up position, but instead of supporting yourself with your palms, you're actually supporting yourself with your forearms. Feet are going to be together, and you want to make sure your upper and lower body are exactly parallel to the floor, keeping that core nice and tight. The good thing about these is it's not only working the adamantium abs, but also the lower back, just like the Barbell Abs Rollout. Next up is going to be the Russian twists. I remember these ones. Learned them in Russia when I was hunting down Omega Red. What you want to do is get in the seated position. Lift your feet up off the floor, flex the spine to engage the core. You're gonna be twisting from one side to the next. Really getting that transverse abdominis while you're working the rectus abdominis too. One of my favorites. Fourth on the list is gonna be mountain climbers. I use these to stay in shape in the wilds of Canada. What you wanna do is get down in the push-up position. Your hands are gonna be about shoulder width apart and your feet are about hip width apart. What you want to do is bring one knee up in a fast motion, crunching in, and then kick it back down at the same time you bring the other knee up in the crunch position. And you're gonna be alternating one to the next like you're running in place, but you're gonna be in the push-up position. This is really gonna be working on that core stability, strength, and really building those abs. It's crunching time, bub. Get down in the supine position. Raise your knees up so your feet are flat on the floor. You're gonna be starting by flexing your spine and engaging your abdominal muscles. It's a short range of motion, but what you wanna avoid is pulling on the back of the head to put a lot of stress on the neck. Really crunching those abs to build them nice and tight. All right, ex-dudes and girls, that wraps up the Adamantium ab workout. Remember, don't be like the Blob, doing 5 sets of eating too much shit, being a fat ass. In the meantime, I got a date with Jean Grey. Don't tell Scott.
You know, Morph recommended this Creed band for my workout mix, but I don't know. I don't normally listen to heavy metal. Yeah, I'll give it a shot. Can you take me higher to a place? This is pretty good shit, Logan.